Cincinnati Bengals at home for Sunday Night Football this week, finally feeling like the Bengals who they were expecting at the start of the season.
Trying to find some breathing room, and it's still alive as he throws, and it's caught by Higgins. What a sensational play.
That's funny because Bills Mafia feels the same way about their squad.
Back to pass, and he's going to tuck it and run right up the gut, down to the 5, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo! Release the beast!
This is one of the grade A matchups of Week 9. Joe Burrow coming in off a dominant outing versus San Francisco last week.
Flings it toward Chase. Makes the catch as he's running out of bounds, and he got his feet down in bounds. Whoa.
Josh Allen and Buffalo's offense looked equally in fuego.
This time the protection is fabulous, and the pass is to inside the 10.
He is feeling it in his zone.
The key to Buffalo's passing attack looking right, diversity. It wasn't just the Stephon Diggs show. Gabe Davis, Dalton Kincaid, Khalil Shakir all produced versus Tampa Bay. It's the first time their offense really showcased all its potential.
Blitz coming, throws it out to the right flat, complete to Shakir on the backside, gets away from a tackler, out to the 40, runs through another one, and the Bills sideline is jumping. 25-yard catch and run by Shakir.
Diggs didn't have a huge outing versus Tampa, in part because they chose to make someone else beat them. They doubled him a lot. Can Allen work with the supporting cast as effectively against the Bengals? Shakir had over 90 yards Week 8.
Allen to the outside, open man, first down. Out to the 18-yard line goes Khalil Shakir.
Big game Gabe had close to 90 yards. He scored again.
Allen back to pass, fires to the end zone, wide open to Gabe Davis, the touchdown maker.
Diggs, for his part, 70 yards versus the Bucs on 9 catches, and he was pretty clutch in the clutch, too.
Fires it out to Diggs on the left side. He's got the first down, and pulling a tackler with him out to the 43-yard line. Big first down for Buffalo.
I miss that guy. How does Joe Dirt get a sequel, but the pretty clutch guy can't land a follow-up commercial? Bengals did give up 109 yards to Brandon Ayuk, but they picked off a ball intended for him too. No touchdowns allowed. On the year, they have strapped wideouts to a 70 rate. Only 2 teams have been tougher on the position.
He's intercepted. Back-to-back throws. He's intercepted by Wilson.
Cornerbacks Cam Taylor-Britt, Mike Hilton, stellar seasons for Cincinnati. But then there's Kincaid, 65 yards and a TD last week.
Gonna roll out to his right, looking for somebody, throws it back across the middle, and Kincaid waltzes into the end zone for his first touchdown.
Against one of the most generous defenses against tight ends, a 120.4 rate given up to the position after letting George Kittle rack up 149 yards on him.
Purdy throws for Kittle. He's got it, a big chunk up the seam out of the slot. George Kittle ran right through their defense.
Battle between Buffalo's tackles and Cincinnati's defensive ends is big. Bills' right tackle Spencer Brown has allowed 4 sacks, most on the team. He's allowed the most pressures on the team too. He will get Sam Hubbard. He took down Brock Purdy last week, has a bag in back-to-back games.
4th and goal. Smith. He's dumped. Hubbard and Reeder.
Trey Hendrickson comes off the left versus Deion Dawkins. His pressure rate at the top when it comes to left tackles, that makes this a heavyweight bout. Hendrickson a sack last week, his 8th of the year.
Is chased down, and the ball is out and recovered by Hill. Hendrickson forced it. The strip sack.
Bengals defense can't overlook Buffalo's run game. Allen took off 7 times last week, had that score, 41 yards on close to 6 a run.
Allen stepping up. Here he goes again. Running for a first down. Sliding to his stop.
The Bengals gave up 57 rush yards to Brock Purdy. Didn't know he was a runner.
Look at Purdy. Nice little wiggle.
They also gave up 4.5 a run to CMC. Only 54 yards, but only 12 carries. 4.5 allowed to running backs on the year. It's not a strong suit of theirs.
First play is a give to McCaffrey, and there was an opening there.
That's an opening for Cook, who went for 4.8 on his 14 tries last week, 67 yards. They don't lead with the run, but they need production from it to be right.
Inside handoff, cut to the outside, nice move, up for a gain of 19.
Speaking of run games, Burrow wasn't the only star for the Bengals offense last week. Joe Mixon went for 5.4 a carry and a touchdown. He did more than keep the defense honest, 87 yards.
And look, they clear the way for Mixon, and perhaps the knockout punch.
And this is all Mixon.
That ball is still spinning.
Bills have allowed 4.8 a run to running backs, only 2 teams worse on that front. If they have trouble with Mixon, it makes stopping Burrow that much harder. He went for 283 yards, 3 touchdowns, almost 9 yards per attempt, a rating over 130 versus the 49ers. That's not WKRP, but Johnny Fever couldn't have put on a much better show.
Here's Burrow down the middle, and boy, threads it.
Bills' secondary Burrow faces hasn't been as locked down as it used to be. On the year, 85.4 rating, that's okay, but over 7 yards per attempt. Not elite. Buffalo held Mayfield under 6 yards per throw. He didn't gash them by any means. They controlled Tampa Bay's passing game for the most part.
That's caught over the middle. Ball is out at the 50-yard line. Poyer put the hit on.
They need to be a little more careful on how they handle those Hail Marys, though, and have to be careful with how they handled Jamar Chase. Last week, 100 more yards and a touchdown.
Wide open! Touchdown! Jamar Chase! Oh, what a flip!
Followed by the usual suspects, and these ones don't limp. T. Higgins gave him 69 yards last week.
Open is Chase. That is Higgins. I beg your pardon. Higgins with a nice catch in his longest of the season.
Tyler Boyd, 40 yards and a score.
He's there, and it is caught for the touchdown. Tyler Boyd.
Only one of Buffalo's secondary members that Chase and company will do battle with has a sub-90 rate in 2023. 97.4 rate allowed to wide receivers this year. That's high.
Mayfield firing, caught wide open.
Cornerback Christian Benford, rating over 100. Cornerback Taron Johnson, a rating over 120. Cornerback Dane Jackson, a rating near 120. Safety Jordan Poyer, a mid-90s rating.
Quick slant, plenty of cushion from Dane Jackson.
Safety Micah Hyde, the lone sub-90 dude at 81.5. Can their pass rush swing things? They got defensive tackle Ed Oliver back. That's big. He had one of Buffalo's 3 sacks against Tampa Bay. He has 5 for the season now.
Mayfield under pressure, down he goes at the 46-yard line.
Bucs offense was number 1 in sacks allowed too, but they hit Baker 10 times.
Mayfield stepping up, dancing, look out, they sack him.
Leonard Floyd leads the team with 6.5 bags. AJ Epinesa has 5, Greg Rousseau 3. Von Miller, dressing like Stephon Diggs does not mean you should pass rush like him. 0 sacks in his 4 games. Burrow is used to it though. 3 sacks taken in 4 straight games now.
Cincinnati with the big pass play to Higgins, and look at the 49er defense.
But you get it, right? 3 taken in each of their last 3, and they won them all. This matchup is starting to take on a little beefy texture to it, feeling a little like Zoolander versus Hansel. Bengals knocked Buffalo out of the playoffs last year. What happens in the follow-up? Take to the comments section with your thoughts on the matter. Who takes the runway walk-off, if you will? Let's see who the panel of 10 favors.